asked for permission to do this, so I'm not doing it on my own. I asked permission from the family to do this. Tonight on our way here, we found out that there was a shooting in the Chicago hospital. And one of the young ladies that was shot was Coach Bean's niece and Darius's cousin. And I can't even begin to tell you. I just told Coach Gill, you would have been so proud of Anthony Bean. He never let it show, didn't say a word. It was his scout. And at the end, he took Darius and told him after the game. So I would like for our fans to keep that family and the other families, members, in their prayers. It's a crazy world we live in, isn't it?
Was she one of the fatalities, Barry?
Yes. Okay, let's talk about the game then. We'll get out of here.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah. First year as a doctor, just got married.
Kind of strange number here. 23 assists and 20 turnovers.
Yeah.
Can you talk about ball security a little bit?
Well, the 15 turnovers in the first half. That's why I didn't panic at halftime. I told the staff in the locker room, I'm not going to get after these guys. There's enough pressure on them already. And I just knew we scored about a 42 to 45% clip. And I knew that was 6 baskets. That's 12 points. And that was the nature of the game. And I'm okay with the way Williams shot the ball. There were 2 of them that we were all over him, and he just made shots. It's really fun, and I don't say that sarcastically. It's really fun when you see a player get in the zone. It's really kind of neat. And, you know, if you're in golf, that hole looks that big. Basketball is the same way. And football, you look like you can hit every receiver that you throw to. So he was definitely in the zone. So the thing that we talked about at halftime was don't turn the ball over. Everybody just focus. Because we kind of went into that mode where we're just trying to hit home runs. And I gave him the old Whitey Herzog speech. Just play small ball. Just get the ball down, reverse it a couple times, and we'll get great shots. The second thing we did, we made a defensive adjustment, and we literally shut both those guys down in the second half. He would have not gotten 1-3, but our freshman forgot that he was guarding him. We're yelling at him, and he's guarding the wrong number. I thought when you're down 9 with 1:51 to go and you end up winning by 14, that's a 23-0 run in 21, almost 22 minutes. That's pretty impressive. You don't want to order it as a coach, but this is pretty good. You need stuff like that in order to build yourself. You gotta go through some adversity, and you gotta figure out a way to win games when you're down. And I think the most important thing is we didn't panic in the locker room. We just, okay, this is what we got to do. Let's go do it. I asked them to bring I asked them, hey, do your best, and let's see if we can get this thing around 2 points at the media timeout. And meaning that we were only down 2 points, but we were up 2 points, so I guess that presentation worked pretty good.
Did Bartley take it upon himself to take Williams? Because it looked like he was determined that he was not going to do that again.
Yes, and you know what, Marcus, he didn't get scored on very much in the first half on Marcus. Marcus he's really kind of taken an approach. He wants to be a defensive player. He's tired of people telling him he's not a defensive player. You see what he's done in the last 2 games. It's been pretty impressive. And I think what we've done in all 4 of our games, 4, right? 2 and 2? 4 of our games now, with the exception of Kentucky, we've held our opponents under 40%. They've all been 39-9 or under. And that's our goal in every game that we play in.
It looked like when we were getting up on the player's face more in the second half to keep them from shooting that 3, and they had to put it on the floor.
Yeah,
is that it?
Yeah. You know, Marv, don't be go writing about all my adjustments now. People are going to read this as a scout report, but it was certainly those 2 guys were our focus, and that's one of the things that we talked about coming out of half.
What do you have with number 5?
I don't know numbers. I'm sorry. I know you're going to think that's crazy.
You're freshman.
I have a quirk, guys. I don't remember numbers. I just remember faces. I've said this all along. I think he's going to be a special player, and I think he's coming in of his own. The one thing that has been really, you always have to find my grandmother used to say this all the time, there's a silver lining in every cloud. And I think you always try to have to find something good out of the bad that's happening. Now, we don't need Eric and Armand to be out in order to have any more good happen. But the byproduct of that is, much like last year, with Teak out, Kavion got a lot better. With Eric and Armand out, both perimeter players for us, Darius has had to get better. And, you know, guys, we played 8 guys tonight. I mean, we have no margin for error. And we got to get, I don't think Eric will play in Vegas, but we got to get Armand out there on the floor. I thought Armand was going to play 10 to 15 minutes tonight, and I was caught off guard. I thought he was going to play, and the trainer held him out. But we got to get him healthy.
Is Bean one of your fastest players?
Oh, he's no question.
He threw in that layup and beat a couple of
Yeah.
his teammates back.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, when we talk about fast now, Eric McGill, Darius Bean, and Aaron Cook are 3 of the fastest cats you're going to find in college basketball.
Was part of the reason that you started the 2 bigs is to save your guards a little bit? Only start 3 guards?
No, really, I always look at, Marv, I always look at it from the defensive side of the coin. And they had 2 big guys that really played well, and their freshmen got 14 rebounds in the last game. So we really wanted to go with size in order to help us on the boards. We were plus 18 tonight, weren't we?
Yeah.
Plus 18 on the boards. That's a big deal for us. And it's been a huge emphasis in our practices and in our speeches.
How much has Bean helped you other than scoring these 4 games, Barry?
Well, Todd, I think the biggest thing is we actually said this before the game started. It was our last point before we ran out on the floor. Get the jump start the game like Darius did in the last game. Darius dove on the floor for 2 loose balls. It jump started us, actually 3 loose balls. It jump started us, got us going, and that was a big deal.
I'm just kind of curious as to what was going on with some of the passes and because obviously it wasn't the couple of players said they were lackadaisical at times, but when you look at Bartley jumped over the bench, Bowl made that. I mean, you were making hustling plays. Lackadaisical doesn't seem like the right.
Well, I think, Les, what they mean by this is I thought the majority of our turnovers were interior passes tonight. And they are either lackadaisical in the sense we didn't put a zip on them, or we just didn't catch them. We fumbled them. And we've just got to do a better. Job. It's hard for big guys to catch those passes. Rudy's been catching them here pretty good lately, but Kavion and Teak, they really struggle with those type of passes. But they'll get better at it. That's a playing deal. It's a timing issue. And Teak, the majority of Teak stuff right now is all timing.
Bartley can be expected to be guarded a little more closely, right?
I've been telling you guys this. You know, I have the utmost confidence in Marcus to shoot the ball. And I don't think this is an anomaly. He can shoot the basketball. He's had 2 games in a row where he's made 6 threes in both games. 6 of 9. What did he do tonight? 6 for 7. And I must not have a right, Bucks. 5 of 6. 5 of 6. 6 of 7 total. Yeah, 5 of 6 from the 3. So two games in a row where he's had 6 and 5. But guys, we just got to get better. And I think the key is for us right now, as I go back, we have to get Armand and we have to get Eric back. This train can only go for so long. It can only go for so long. And when you play 2 games in a row back to back, we got to have some help.
4 games defensively, how well have they bought into your system, what you wanted them to do this year?
I think you'd have to be really proud of our guys. I mean, what they've done, you've held a team to a 3-year low. You held a team to 48 points. You held a team tonight to 63 points or 69 points. And I thought we guarded against Kentucky, to be quite frank.
And Barry, is Eric progressing at all? Is he getting better at all?
He didn't come out of his test very good today at all. So I don't anticipate Eric will play in Las Vegas. But I'm hoping that Armand does. I'm a little perturbed with the Armand situation. I don't mind telling you. Okay, all right. Thanks, guys.